Hello folks, hope you are doing good. So let's discuss why title soup fail. So the obvious reason why title soup fail is the incorrect read of the order flow. Okay, so you have to keep in mind the higher time frame order flow to correctly predict the title soup, right? So the first thing you have to keep in mind is the order flow. Okay, so the how do we know the higher time frame order flow? So there are 2 to 3 ways you can use to identify the higher time frame order flow. That the first thing is that you have to keep in mind that how price moves. The price moves in range, trend, range, range, and trend. Right? It's not gonna move like a water. Like it's not gonna move like this or like this. It will move. It will reject highs. It will break lows. Reject highs. Break lows. Okay, so in bearish order flow price will reject highs, right, and break lows. And second thing is that in bearish order flow price will respect bearish PD array and it will disrespect bullish one. And it is just in case of bullish one, its price will respect bullish PD array and it will disrespect bearish one. And it will reject lows, break highs, reject lows, break highs, reject lows, and break highs. And everybody knows how to read the order flow, but you have to read not read you have to correctly read the higher time frame order flow, right? Higher time frame, I mean daily, weekly, monthly, right? So we have to keep in mind one thing, that any given time frame is bullish or bearish. Okay, is bullish or bearish until it reaches the time frame higher than that, right? The time frame higher than that. Okay, so there you have to understand this sentence. Okay, what I actually mean is that let's say the 5 minute order flow is bearish. It in 5 minute time frame price is rejecting highs and breaking lows, right? So this 5 minute order flow will remain bearish until it reaches any time frame higher than the 5 minute time frame, right? So let's say it reaches a 1 hour key level or 1 hour PD array. So now if you will be expecting the same thing to happen, that if suppose you are again is anticipating that price will reject highs and break lows after tapping this key level which is higher than the 5 minute time frame, this is where your turtle soup fail, right? Here you will be expecting bearish turtle soup, but actually here the bullish one will happen, right? Because now the 5 minute order flow will stop working. Will is done. The 5 minute time, the work of the 5 minute time frame is done until it reaches the 1 hour or the any key level which is higher than the 5 minute time frame. Okay, now let me explain you with some more examples so that it will be clear to you guys. Okay, now let's take this example. Okay, where you are expecting a bearish. Okay, let's use this one, right? Now I'm gonna use one best example right here. Okay, right, this example is perfect. Okay, so here you saw that in 4 hour time frame the order flow is bearish. How do you know the order flow is bearish? It is rejecting highs are getting rejected and lows are getting broken. Again here highs is getting rejected and we are also anticipating this low to be getting broken. Okay, the same thing happen, we are expecting same thing to happen again and again, right? But again we saw that price has broke the low. Again we will expecting high to get rejected, either this high or any high. Let's say any high in the premium will be get rejected and again move lower. But this is the 4-hour time frame. We are looking euro USD in 4-hour time frame, but this 4-hour time frame will remain bearish until it reaches a higher time frame greater than the 4-hour time frame. So let's go to the 2-day time frame, where you can mark the key level. The key level we have in 4-hour time in 2-day, or in daily as well. In daily we also have this order block, untapped order block, or in 2-day we have this, the perfect order block. We also have in 3-day as well. Okay, so let's go to this and mark out this key level, that is the order block, right? So this 4-hour time frame is bearish. Look here, it looks extremely bearish, right? This down close candle looks bearish, right? So you will be expecting this 4-hour order flow to continue price moving lower. What actually happened? It reverses, right? It reverses. So here the total soup we are expecting will get filled. Total soup we are expecting will get filled because we already tapped the key level, which is higher than the 4-hour order flow, right? Now let's go to one more example. Let's come back to the today's price action, right? Today's price action, what happened here at this moment of time? You guys must have, it looks extremely bearish, right? Extremely bearish, and we have a 4-hour fair value gap as well. So many would have been like the pattern trader. Pattern trader will be, this is the breakup structure, and the guys those who trade IRL ARL, they will be expecting this IRL to move lower, like ERL. So what actually happened? We'll be expecting data soup to happen inside this 4-hour key level, but this 4-hour order flow is remain bearish. It was bearish, so since so long it was bearish, but now, as we already tapped this weekly time frame, the weekly fair value gap, so the bearishness of the 4-hour has to be stopped. It has to be stopped for this weekly fair value gap to play out, right? What actually happened? We have tapped this 4-hour key level for our fair value gap, weekly fair value gap, as well as the 4-hour, and we have seen the expansion to the upside. And that's why these fair value gaps, it's not the high probability fair value gaps, and it's likely to get filled. Okay, it's likely to get filled, and we already have created one more 2 fair value gaps while moving to the upside. This is where your total soup will get filled, right? Now again, let's say now come back here. Okay, come back here. This is gonna be one more good example. Now you guys are expecting total soup to happen, right? Here total soup to happen, because we already have this 4-hour fair value gap, and also this. If I go to 12-hour, there must be we also have 12-hour fair value gaps in the order block, right? The 2-hour fair the order block, but this has failed. Why it has failed? Because the drawn liquidity, the higher time frame, is saying that we have to go to this weekly fair value gap. This weekly fair value gap is a drawn liquidity. So any bearish, any bullish or total soup has to get filled, right? Has to get filled. But how do we know that it is going to this weekly fair value gap? Let's go to daily. Daily will show. The moment you saw price, you will be using the 2 concepts. Price closes above, it means expansion, and price weakening, it means reversal. Not gonna reverse immediately, but you have to look into the price, what actually happened. Now here we saw this is a larger wick, right? This is larger wick, and we have fails to close above this wick high. This is, there is one candle inside of it, that has become the inside candle, and this has become the range. This is the range and this is the range low, and prices fails to close above this high. So it means what? It means what? The strong liquidity is this range low. So this turtle soup has to get filled. This turtle soup has to get filled because the draw is lower. That is the weekly fair value gap. So these draws are important. Like weekly draw is is high probability than the daily one, right? And similarly the 4 hour and the monthly. So if you see a price is tapping this weekly, if you see the price, if you see you have a weekly fair value gap, so this is the high probability drawn liquidity. But the price has to show willingness to it has to show the willingness to move lower. That's why this fair value gap get filled. That's why the turtle soup also got filled. The bullish turtle soup you're expecting got filled, right? Because you have the incorrect read of the order flow. So the two things you have to keep in mind: you have to understand the higher time frame order flow as always, right? Always you'll be expecting turtle soup to happen here. Again, it got filled here. Okay, one more turtle soup you will be expecting. Let me show some examples where you will be expecting turtle soup, but actually it got filled. Okay, let's go to any other pair. Let's come back to the odd USD, or let's go to the BTC USD. It's pretty much, it's a good pair to trade. Come back here. Okay, here you saw what? Break-in structure, and you also have the fair value gap in the daily time frame, right? The order flow is bearish. How do you know the order flow is bearish? The order flow is bearish because price is rejecting highs, right, and breaking lows, and they also respecting bearish PDRA. That is this breaker got respected, and also this order block. So the price is respecting bearish PDRA, and this is respecting bullish. The order flow is bearish in daily time frame. But when it stop being bearish, when it reaches the higher time frame other than the daily time frame. So let's come back to the weekly. What do you see in weekly? In weekly we have this fair value gap. Right, keep in mind one more thing. Any higher time frame PDR, I mean daily, 4 hour, daily, weekly, pose you a good trade, right? It's definitely gonna give you a good trade, right? Now come back here, come back to this. So we have a daily fair value gap, and this daily fair value gap has to get filled because we have tapped this monthly, we have tapped this weekly fair value gap, the weekly PDRA. This weekly PDRA is more relevant than this daily. So you will be expecting that also to happen here inside this daily, but it will get filled. Why? Because we have tapped the weekly fair value gap. The weekly PDRA is more important than the daily order flow, right? Now the daily order flow, the weekly order flow is showing bullishness, right? Because we are expecting bullish PDRA in weekly time frame. So this daily retracement we saw, the daily retracement in daily time frame, and will get stopped now. It has to get stopped, right? So this is where your total soup you will expecting will get filled. Come back here, you will see. Go to the 4 hour time frame and maybe we can see. Yeah, right here. If you are expecting total soup to happen, this is swing high here, and if you will be expecting total soup to happen like this, but it will get filled, right? It will certainly like this, but what actually happened? See, this is a real breakout. This is a real breakout. You are expecting false breakout, but the real breakout happened. Why? Because key level, higher time frame key level. Keep in mind the key level is more important. Okay, so in summary, you have to understand the two important point, right? You have to read higher time frame order flow correctly, right? And any given time frame is can be bullish or bearish, until it reaches the time frame higher than the given time frame, right? So this is the two important points you have to keep in mind. And that's all. This is where your turtle soup will get filled. You will be expecting a false breakout, but at that momentum type you will have the real breakout, right? That is the, like, you can go to the lower time frame to find out, right? And also, so now your job is to go and try to practice as much as you can. Okay, and see you in the next video.